Hey, what's up, traders? To watch this video here for what day is tomorrow? Thursday already? Wow, Thursday, April 7th. The SPY had a gap down today and a kind of a big range, but ended up closing pretty close to where it opened. You can see the nonsense that occurred after the FOMC minutes were released. So you get the initial pop, then a sell-off, then back to new highs, then almost back to new lows. This is not a great tradable environment, and the overall market on FOMC decision days and FOMC minute release days, for the most part, there's not a big deal. But in current times, we're back to those times, and it used to be this way too, where everything out of the FOMC really affected the market, and we're back to that now. I mean, we went years where the FOMC announcements meant nothing, right? They didn't affect the market at all. But we're back to everybody, listening to every word they say, and things are a little bit hairier right now. So, and before this chaos, by the way, look, we had the gap down, sold off a little bit, straight sideways for like 3 or 4 hours. So there were not a lot of great opportunity. I'm still a couple nice posts in chat. BTAI, I think Ramesh and Clinton both came up with the second mouse 2150, a half number inflection point. Basically, the idea was through 2150, we might get through the highs, had good news, and you see what happened when it broke 2150. Really quickly, within 10 minutes to 2287, a nice tradable pop there before rolling over, and then it went higher, by the way. But so that, there's an example of something, but I did next to nothing again today. I played a pullback play actually in BTAI. That might have been my only trade today. And I didn't make all that much. And by the way, somewhere along the lines, I said NEGG, and I think it was maybe looking like this. I said this NEGG, the daily chart's getting really handsome, right? It's definitely one to keep an eye on. So then I'll scroll over, and it went all the way to 920 from there. And as I posted in chat today, from my genius skills and pointing out that NEGG looked really good, I made zero off it. I never traded the thing all day. I did try one pullback entry and didn't get filled. And so anyway, this is on the watch list for tomorrow, but I'm just pointing out, even though I really liked this chart and it was still below 8, it ended up going up to 919, and I never really found what I felt was like a clean way in. So anyway, pretty boring day for me overall. What are we watching for tomorrow? Let's just get right to it. ADN. Speaking of which, Alan H. gave a twos buy zone idea, whole number flush. I was bidding at like 297 as it was coming down. I really liked that idea, but it never got below 3 and ended up ripping. So there's another example of, I certainly threw a couple bids out today, but never got a good fill, or never got a fill in something I wanted. Anyway, long story short, ADN is on long watch for tomorrow. Massive volume today and a pretty strong close. We'll see if you get any kind of follow through setup. And whenever you get that kind of volume and move in something, it's not just on watch tomorrow. We're going to watch it for the next few days, right? IGMS had this big pop. Somewhere in here did an offering, but seems to have found support, trying to curl back up. So I am putting that one on long watch. I already mentioned NEGG. I'm definitely going to watch that one tomorrow with that nice breakout today. ALLG, we had a really nice trade in this one yesterday, and today just kind of gave a quiet day. So I'm going to watch that for a third day play. BRCC, which I believe is Black Rifle Coffee, had this big breakout and then an ugly day, and now it's right back up again. So certainly worth watching, maybe over this 2-day high. It's not exactly a 2-day high, but you know what I mean. Over this area, maybe it retests and breaks above recent highs. Certainly worth having on a chart. MOXC, I believe this is Chinese, but double check that. Nice breakout today, but closing well off of its highs. Might give a follow-up play tomorrow. FRGE, I am putting this back on watch because it had this massive rip, and now we're back down near the 20-day. So the one thing I don't like about it is it put in that bounce yesterday. So now everyone who got long the bounce yesterday is underwater again. I mean, you guys know me. I'm in cash every night. But any kind of swing traders or whatever, everybody's underwater from yesterday, plus a lot of bag holders from up here. So I don't love this one, but I am going to put it on bounce watch because we are back down to the 20-day. JBHT, again, a trucker. Finally gave a nice, I told you guys it was coming down near support. Unfortunately, it never made it easy. Like it gapped down. Right here would have been the gap down bounce play entry, which it did move up maybe $1.50 or so, but then hit new lows. Then looked like it was rolling over again, and then at the end of the day, climbed back up. So I never did get involved in this one because nothing came easy on it, and it never gave a clean setup. But you do kind of have a bottoming tail at support, so I am putting this on long watch for tomorrow. UPS is found this area I talked about. I mean, you can picture a line right here, right? It finally got down to where it bounced off of here and here, and certainly oversold in the short term. So I want to put that on bounce watch. FedEx and UPS are generally going to trade together. I'd still like to see this one come down and break 200 to the downside, and then I'd be looking down here for an intraday reversal. I do like it long down in that area. Let's see, DRCT back down to the 20-day after the gap up. Again, I don't love this one because everybody from this day on is underwater, all the longs, right? But it did hit the 20-day, so maybe we get a bounce tomorrow. And then lastly, I'm going to put HTGM on watch, which is an ugly daily chart. But in after hours, it's trading at $1.70-ish right now. So potential gapper tomorrow. Obviously, they had news in after hours. We'll see if we get a gap play set up. And that's it for me. I'm done babbling. We will add other gappers in the pre-market as well. And hopefully there'll be, with the FOMC minutes behind us, hopefully stocks will move on their own individual merits now instead of a collective swoon up and down, right? All right, anyway, all right, I'm done babbling. See you guys tomorrow.